In one episode, you talked about channels where the number of views was significantly higher than the number of subscribers and how this was a good thing. I've had an odd experience with my 2 channels and wanted to get your opinion on what could be happening. My 3-month-old channel, Haley Hades, a AI music channel, has about 500 subscribers. I have a viral moment with a video that's sitting around 60,000 views, with a few low thousands. But recently, those numbers have dropped off, and I'm barely getting 100 views whenever I upload anything new. Conversely, I launched a second channel, Never Made Movies, which after a month has close to 60 subs, but gets wildly disproportionate views for such a small audience, with one video sitting 12,000 views and rising, and the most recent hitting the 2K mark. I'm just wondering if you can shed any light on what be happening here. Also, by the way of a follow-up question, could you explain a little bit more about how restricted mode works and the effects it has on the channel?
Wait, this has been a hot topic
box there,
around even just the office in general, Rob. You don't know what you opened for creators and their coaches with restricted content.
That's interesting.
Is every coach now saying, can you just check restricted mode for me, please?
No, creators are coming and being like, what is going on?
Oh, no. This is actually kind of my fault because I mentioned it in a live stream, and then Rob was like, I'm gonna make a video about
That's
it.
the danger. If you mention any YouTube stuff to me, I'll suddenly think, I'll turn it into an idea.
I'll make a video. He says on my second channel, around 60% of my content is hidden when restricted mode is on, yet they're still some of my most best performing videos in terms of views, which is what Rob says in the video. It's that they're restricted, sure, but you still can get high performance on them. So the real answer to restricted is don't worry about it. There's videos that really definitely should not be restricted, and you can appeal them. But by and large, they don't affect views at all. So don't worry about it. Unless you're a kid's channel, in which case you're screwed.
Yeah.
That's really pretty much the only kind of niche that really is affected that way. And to be honest, you should never be restricted if you're kids. It just shouldn't happen. So don't worry about restricted. We're just going to pass over that question. But the view to subscriber ratio, that's a thing it's not only healthy, it's normal. You should have more views than subscribers if you want to grow. That's just kind of how it works. But it also could be that the interest in certain video topics are such that people don't necessarily want to subscribe, but they want to watch. That happens a lot. The biggest niche for that is like how-to channels. How to unclog your toilet. We talked about this before. We need to get shirts made for that. I want to know how to unclog my toilet one time. I don't need to subscribe to Joe the Plumber. I don't.
Even though we are.
Even though, Jen is. She admitted it in a video.
I am.
It's something I need to know one time. I don't need it multiple times. Music is interesting. You might subscribe to a channel, but sometimes, most of the time, I don't even subscribe to the channel. I'll just listen to the song a couple times. So that would also make sense for audio. This new channel where they're doing like Never Made Movies. I don't know exactly what the content is, but is likely really interesting to a large group of audience. And again, if you're hitting the same type of movies or content that they like, they'll probably come back and subscribe. So what you're probably seeing is viewers coming back to that. Whereas music is, even though I like an artist, there's only a couple songs I like from that artist. I might listen to one song and none of the other songs. Video content, I might watch several. So that could be going on here. Rob, what are your thoughts on this?
I heard them mention AI at one point, and that always makes me a little apprehensive as to an answer, because I still feel as if there are some odd things going on in YouTube's search and discovery around AI. Like, I've seen some channels say that they're doing really well, and then all of a sudden their views just flatline, and it happens to be AI content. And I'm not saying that their content's being shadow banned. It could be that there's a low barrier to entry to AI content, so all of a sudden that topic is just flooded with competition. So I'm curious about that aspect of views suddenly tanking. And then, the other side of it, in terms of you getting more views and subscribers, I mean, YouTube's recommending your content beyond the audience that it's already discovered previously. So just keep doing what you're doing. That is the perfect place to be. Because I will tell you, I don't know if it's the same for all YouTube users these days, but I don't bother subscribing to channels anymore. I put my trust and faith in YouTube's recommendation system. In that if I watch a video and I enjoy it, the next time I log in, one of their thumbnails is going to be on the home screen anyway, and I'm going to watch it.
Yeah. Have you ever had that moment where you're not subscribed to someone's channel and you like swore that you were, You're like, I watch your content, and then you look, you're like, wait, I'm not subscribed.
Right.
Like, YouTube does this thing. It knows.
I've been calling it subscribe but not subscribe for years. The concept behind that, so true.